Every video on this channel has been a recommendation of anime that I consider great with general widespread appeal.
Order up! Just kidding.
Sure, there are some more niche experiences like Uramichi Onesan and Jormungand, but I believe anyone getting into anime can enjoy those shows if someone as basic as me can resonate with them. With that being said, I feel like Shinsekai Yori is a show I cannot widely recommend to everyone, which leaves me a bit conflicted since it's a show I'm quite passionate about. However, I can recommend the show if you're interested in natural selection and its impact on human behavior. For example, I acknowledge that men and women behave differently because it's in a man's best interest to have sex with as many women as possible to produce the most children, while it's in a woman's best interest to have a dependable man with the most resources to sustain her vulnerable 9-month pregnancy. If that sounds interesting to you, then Shinsekai Yori is a show absolutely worth your time. Regardless, you don't need a pretentious STEM degree to find the value in Shinsekai Yori, as the show focuses on a dystopian society that explores human behavior through the lens of evolution and animal behavior. So, if you're already convinced, go ahead and skip the rest of this video. Otherwise, I'm going to disclose some very minor spoilers to give a better idea of the concepts you'll be ruminating throughout the show. Shinsekai Yori is set in a peaceful utopian society 1,000 years into the future. The story follows Saki, a girl attending Sage Academy after awakening to her psychokinetic powers known as Cantus. At Sage Academy, Saki joins her friends as they cultivate their powers while learning more about the dark secrets of their world. As time passes, Saki and friends unveil more truths that allude to their peaceful society being less of a utopia and more of a dystopia. As you can guess, Shinsekai Yori is a story that delivers a great sense of mystery early on. The first episode shows a scene 1,000 years in the past, with psychokinetic powers leading to the violent downfall of modern society. This generates questions of how we went from a technologically advanced society engulfed in war, all the way to a peaceful and less technologically advanced world 1,000 years later. Without getting into heavy spoilers, the answer to part of this question involves biological mechanisms of conflict resolution that makes Shinsekai Yori's depiction of a dystopian society unique compared to other shows. Instead of technological algorithms and surveillance states, society moderates human and non-human behavior through genetic adoptions of peaceful animal societies. The attack inhibition from wolf packs prevents human psychokinetic users from attacking each other. The eusocial behavior of naked mole rat societies creates a caste system to subjugate creatures known as queer rats under human authority. And the social sexual behavior of peaceful bonobo societies eliminates stress and anxiety in humans through intimate sexual play. The mechanisms of these animal behaviors makes the world of Shinsekai Yori a biologically moderated dystopian society compared to a technologically moderated dystopian society commonly explored in other mediums. All in all, Shinsekai Yori's narrative starts off slowly, but constantly has you asking questions about society and the rules driving the plot forward. The sense of mystery gives the viewer a lot of hints into how society is moderated through biological manipulation, while eventually culminating into one of the most radical climaxes towards the last 10 episodes of the show. If you're a fan of mysteries, watch at least 4 episodes of Shinsekai Yori to see if the mystery of a biologically moderated dystopian world piques your interest. Regardless, the show provides plenty of questions for you to chew on that eventually lead to an extremely satisfying payoff by the show's conclusion. The show follows the main characters Saki and Satoru as children, and by the midpoint of the show, they become adults with proper character development. As expected, Saki and Satoru behave like bonehead children at the beginning of the show. However, this helps you appreciate what their characters become throughout the narrative. The rest of the characters of Shinsekai Yori range from great to straight up annoying. However, that doesn't detract from the narrative and world building. The sense of mystery is constantly enhanced, with most side characters coming off as very suspicious, which does an effective job in keeping Saki, Satoru, and the viewer confused about who is an ally and who is an enemy. In the end, you'll eventually be able to piece together the logic of all the side characters and their role in the explosive climax of the story. When it comes to anime, Shinsekai Yori is unlike any depiction of a dystopian society. Most dystopian worlds are set in a futuristic cyberpunk universe that moderates human behavior through technological algorithms and surveillance. What Shinsekai Yori does differently is take you to a futuristic society devoid of technological advancements, and instead moderates human behavior through biological and behavioral conditioning. The story requires a little bit of patience from the viewer. However, the huge payoff towards the middle of the show makes all the early developments well worth the watch. My recommendation would be to watch at least 4 episodes of this show, as you'll get a general idea of the ominous direction the show is leading you towards. However, the show doesn't truly pick up speed until the 17th episode, where the last half of the show feels completely different to the slower first half. All I can say is, Shinsekai Yori is a phenomenal show, with so many caveats, but hopefully that won't deter you from sticking with it till the mind-blowing payoff of an ending. Also, the ending song was fire. Anyway, that wraps up my recommendation for this video. I'm off for now. Take care, everybody.